What's up, guys? Welcome back to Fallout 4. Alright, so when we left off, we had just entered the Institute. This place we've been hearing so much about for so long, but I'm not sure if any of the settlers, at least the ones above the surface, really know what's going on down here. Well, it's free duct tape. It's not exactly what I expected to find as my first item in the Institute, but hey, it is what it is. So we got a computer terminal here. That looks probably like the way down into the Institute. Oh no, the door closed. We're locked in. This could be bad.
You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Alright, apparently my dad is here as well. It's not exactly what I was expecting, but... let's check out this computer terminal first of all. I think that we had to like load a holotape in for the railroad as far as I can remember. Which one it exactly is, I'm not sure. Network scanner sounds about right. Let's try this one. Is that it? Yeah, the Tinker Tom key. Okay, let's do this. Cool. Scanned their network. Did some stuff. What did Tom have to say to us? The Big D demanded a tutorial. Well, that's interesting. Plug this into any Institute terminal and copy the message. Long version. Cool story, bro. I think we did it. Alright, let's copy this message. Holotape hijack. So we have to meet up with someone called Patriot, who's apparently like the Institute's guy on the inside. And he's going to meet us at the Advanced Systems Maintenance Room, wherever that's supposed to be. Alright, cool. I think we did exactly what we were supposed to do here. Oh, I probably have to take the holotape out. That would be really bad if someone just... Oh, my character did it automatically. Cool, this is a responsible gentleman. Okay, let's go meet our dad. He's probably not our dad. His name just, you know, is pretty strange. Calling yourself father. I'm assuming this is probably the elevator. Is there anything over here? Do we go through here? No. Can't go through there. Alright, cool. Let's head down into the Institute proper and see what there is to see. What's going on, man? You said step into the elevator. Oh, okay. It's automated. The button is just there for show. It doesn't actually do anything. That's tricky.
What you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
That's possible.
Welcome to the Institute.
Wow. That looks pretty awesome.
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable.
These beautiful textures, man.
What we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
I'm not exactly sure how he knows that. However, we're in the Institute, it looks like. Got ear examiner, spanner, clipboard, tweezers. Alright, all that stuff is very useful.
Only opens with a key.
It doesn't look like we can leave this door. Hey, there's Sean. Let's talk to Sean and see what's up. Maybe he's got a way to let us out.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
I'm your dad. Now that's a very strange thing to say to a boy you just met.
Sean.
I've tried it
where is
before.
everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Sean, open the door.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
No, he looks a little old to be your dad, kid.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus.
Oh, you just killed him.
That
That
is
sucks.
important. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
I want to try that response with, like, try to calm someone down by saying, I recognize you're emotional and your journey has been fraught with challenges. They'll probably just, like, straight up leave 99% of the time, but we're in a special circumstance where it's not exactly possible right now.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
Just... help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rude. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Huh. Alright. Just taking a minute to have this all sink in.
Is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in.
Yeah, he knows.
In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take him?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Sean. It's really you.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
So, what do we ask him here? We can ask him anything. And by anything, I mean 3 selections.
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
It doesn't matter what they think. What matters is what you do.
I'm glad we see it the same way. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
I think that's about enough. I'm ready to, like, do stuff again. Sorry.
Good enough for now.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Chill, dude. I just, like, woke up from 200 years of sleeping a couple days
I
ago.
wanna be a part of this.
That's a lot.
I can't.
Why? Because of the reputation of the Institute. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
The legitimate reason is I just don't want to talk to more old dudes in white robes for a little while. So we'll say don't know.
I don't know what to do.
I realize that. It's why I'm trying to help you. I hope that you can see that rationally. The Institute is the only thing left in the world that is worth being part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Alright, we'll please the old man. Sure.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
So the main reason I wanted to accept that quest is I don't want to be like, I don't know. I get that this guy's my son. Well, you know, in the manner of speaking anyway. I don't want to, like, piss him off and then be locked out of the Institute and not be able to finish our quest for the railroad. I could just steal his password. Cool. Yeah, sure. I'll take that. So yeah, that's I guess why I'm playing along with their little game for now. Let's go ahead and mark the right quest on our map, which is we gotta meet up with this Patriot guy. Yeah. This is if you want to pursue the Institute quest line, I guess you go talk to their leaders. We'll probably eventually do that.
Isn't it wonderful here?
No, not really. I'm sure that you can, like, to a certain extent, like, do some of the Institute quests, and after a while it locks you out. unless you want to finish the game supporting the Institute, but you can do some of their quests. So we may decide to come back and do that at some point. But for now, we gotta go meet Patriot. It looks like he's down here. Alright, fair enough. Kind of a strange place to hang out. Just in this closet.
Hey, it's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
A friend named Tinker Tom cracked your encryption.
He must have had some serious hardware to pull that off. Wow, your message was only one word. Friend. What did you mean by that?
Do you want the dictionary definition of the word?
What do you think?
At the very least, I'm hoping it means you won't turn me in. But you really are a friend, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just looking for the Patriot
Railroad
guy.
sent me to look for someone they called Patriot. That's you.
What? The railroad? As in the railroad? And they gave me a code name too? I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
You saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. To rescue a lot of synths at once. But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Let's go to the West Atrium. Probably best to talk about something else right now.
Where's who working where? What?
You know,
I don't get
my
it.
father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me.
I have no idea. This guy's like, he's quite the chatter.
I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try to help, you know?
Yeah, I feel you. I think this guy right here is a synth, right?
Anything?
Look, he looks perfectly human. It's pretty crazy. I wonder if like technology will ever get to the point where robots are gonna look
He's
that
here.
good.
C-114. It's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, C-1. He's a friend. He's with the railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Because the members of the railroad have dedicated their lives to fight for your freedom.
I thought only Mr. Benet cared. But your friends actually fight for us?
That's what the railroad does, C-1. He's from the surface.
Never met another human willing to help. But, sir, we must make this quick.
Right now, how many synths want to escape, C-1?
The ones I know for certain? 13.
That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go.
I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room?
Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure.
This is like a prison break. That's awesome. And the ESRB is guarding the doors. They've moved on from doing movie ratings to other ventures, it looks like, in the future.
Liam,
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
I didn't come here for nothing.
of course I'll help you.
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals running version 1, mothballed in storage. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Enough to open doors, at least. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. And that's nowhere to be found in the Institute. But if you could get me a pre-war admin password from the surface, I could log right in.
I'm really tempted to say stupid plan, because that's, exactly the thought that's going through my mind right now, but we'll work with this guy, I guess.
I'll find it for you.
That's great. Unfortunately, the obvious place to look won't work. The CIT ruins were picked clean years ago, but some of the admins had to live off campus. Ask your friends in the railroad. I need those login credentials.
I have the feeling it's as simple as talking to the right person, and then a nice little objective arrow will appear on the minimap. Because that's usually how these things work. Back to the railroad. And then probably go, you know, search a hospital or something. Find some super mutants and pick up an item. You know, typical Fallout 4 stuff. Alright, let's go back to the railroad, talk to Dez. And get our objective marker. Oh, fast travel isn't available yet? Dang.
What we talked about, and I'm in business.
Well, man. We might have to play along with the railroad, or, I mean, not the railroad, my bad, the Institute for a little while.
Looking forward to working with.
In order to, like, unlock the ability to fast travel, because I know you do get that eventually. So,
You were there.
we're here anyway. Let's just go ahead and talk to some of these division leaders, and hopefully after you finish this quest, we'll be able to fast travel out. What are you trying to say?
Doc,
Oh, I'm supposed to talk to you.
You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
Energy drinks and Cliff Bars, actually, but, we'll just say we'll
I
survive.
guess I just wasn't ready to die yet.
That's understandable. The will to survive is the most basic human instinct. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Absolutely.
In a manner of speaking.
It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
No, that's good for now. I'm sure your work is great and all. Okay, 3 more people to talk to. Looks like they're all behind doors, though, which means they're behind loading screens, which, can be somewhat of an adventure in this game, since I don't have this game installed on a solid-state drive, which is, like, a really, really smart thing to do, but I'm just a little too cheap to buy one, honestly. Okay, here's our second, Madison Lee.
Excuse me, doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
Wow. She doesn't seem as happy to see me as Allie did.
Don't worry. I promise I won't get in your way.
Thank you, I do appreciate that. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Cool.
I'm good for now.
So we can leave
All right.
at any time. Looking forward to that. You know, we only have 2 more people to talk to. We might as well go talk to them, finish this quest. I don't think there's anything else that you need to do beyond talk to these last 2 people. And from that point on, we should be able to, you know, go ahead and leave the Institute, go back to the railroad, since we got the Courser chip now.
Sometimes I hide my dad's work notes just to mess with him. It drives him crazy.
You don't have a dad. I'm pretty sure that guy's a synth. Most of the children in this area are.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
Uh-oh, we got the first signs of
Feeling well today?
trouble in the Institute so far. Not everything is all rosy.
You wouldn't happen to have a spare polarizer on you, would you?
Could you please move?
Maybe I should take
Alright, let's go talk to this fool. Interrupt his... Oh, he's not talking at all. Just everyone else in this building is.
Doctor. And pretty much all the other departments.
Here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions. It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the synth retention. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population of the surface.
Cool.
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths remain here.
Oh yeah, completely sure. That's exactly what we're all aiming for here.
The results could be disastrous. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered them already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
As far as I can remember, I had my companion kind of tank him, and I just shot him in the face. It wasn't as much my doing as it was, you know, Nick's, who was our companion at the time, but...
I'm no stranger to combat.
Yeah,
Even
whatever.
So, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
Cool.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Very well.
So I hope this isn't spoiling anything, but it's kind of funny. The first Courser that you fight, he's kind of you know, a tough customer, honestly. The first Courser, he's really hard to kill. But if you fight later Coursers later in the game, at least in my experience, they're like ridiculously easy compared to that first one. It may just be because you have better guns, but at the same time, like, this guy is talking about how the Coursers are so awesome and tough to defeat in combat. They're really not, if you choose to fight more of them. But let's go talk to our last guy here. Who should be in Bioscience, which is my personal favorite because they have awesome synth gorillas.
Promising results.
These guys are freaking awesome.
Any germs on me.
So yeah, there's only 2 of them, but, you know, just gorillas in general are awesome, and then the fact that they're not even real gorillas, they're robots, it's pretty sweet.
Hi, Doc.
Still
Welcome. And they're so good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. After all, I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing.
Mankind
It's truly amazing.
Hey, shove off. Someone's trying to talk to me, or probably talk to Clayton.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of studies such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Yeah, of all the animals to make, he made gorillas first. That's a little strange, but it's definitely awesome.
Sounds like a waste of time to me. You should create something...
I meant to press A, I pressed B. My bad, man.
I don't believe that every discovery needs to be useful. Sometimes we innovate for no other reason than to learn what's possible. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I've decided that I'm not going to join you, but there's not really an option for that.
I doubt it. I just don't think I'd fit in.
It's a big decision, I know. But it's also a rare and important opportunity. No need to rush to judgment. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Okay, we got that Courser chip put in a second ago, I thought, but we just now unlocked the ability to fast travel. Alright, let's go and leave. I think I have a very small amount of radiation poisoning. So I could have like gotten medical care from him, but I'm guessing that costs money, so I'd rather not. We could go ahead and start another quest, which is like talk to Father or something like that, but we'll decide on what to do next time. You know, for now, we'll end off here. Discovered the Institute, discovered the people in it, discovered our plan to rescue 13 synths all at once. I'm sure it'll be amazing, but that'll have to wait, so yeah, see you next time. Have a good one.